What's up, fans, Football G fans? I'm your host, Kat, and today we're going to be taking a look at my final thoughts on my team selection for Game Week 17, who the best captaincy is, and what we should be doing with Cunha. So, without further ado, let's get into it. All right, guys. Now, I'm going to start off firstly with just taking a look at how my Game Week 16 went, just to give a bit of context on my situation, what my thoughts are, my transfer. So we got a 49 points, which gave me a red arrow. I'd say small red arrow relatively, very easy to come by where I am ranked. Not happy at all. My differentials didn't come through at all. Ray and Gold, 6 points. Okay, cool. Gomez and Virgil van Dijk, disappointing. That's 2 draws for Liverpool now, which I didn't notice. And I was like, geez, man. And that's with the break in between as well. So that was against Fulham, and then Gabriel coming through with some bonus points. 8 Nori coming to disappoint us all. We really wish we had him for this next game, but against Leicester, but it is what it is. And then we got Saka there with 3 points, another very disappointing performance from him. Really hoping that he could do more. And then captaincy, just, when Salah got 5 points, I was like, okay, this is a sign. This means Cole Palmer is actually I was feeling good. Does the game day not come and the guy just blanks, bro? And then we could throw in like a mega pity 1 bonus point. I felt like it was just like FPL saying like, oh, shame, here you go, because, Cole Palmer didn't do as good as you guys thought he would. So it is what it is. I mean, it's about 2 points short from Salah. So wasn't so much bad, but at least I know if he had done better, I think he's the one who would have boosted us, just like the previous week as well. Cunha coming in and getting 9 finally, hoping that he can continue with that into Leicester, and then Nicholas Jackson doing it for me, while Isak owners as well reap their rewards from using Isak, and then João Pedro continuing to just be silent from the moment I brought him in after his great 2 fixtures where he returned with double digits. But it is what it is, guys. And then the most painful part is, I don't know why it's painful, because I was never going to bring him in. I was never going to put him on the team. And that's Ahmad. I did have Rodgers in, so it was like a 3-4-3, but I never thought of playing Ahmad, but I guess now, maybe City, not that I look at them the same, it's like I just know there's always going to be a turning point, but I guess I should just look at them as the way they've been performing until that actual turning point. So yeah, that's what happened in Game Week 16. I think let's jump straight into, let's just mention the table as well, with, oh man, I said I'm not going to butcher this. Yo, Joseph, don't kill me, man. Don't kill me. The tempestuous sea at number 1. I tried. I hope I didn't. I'm going to look at it again. But it's the tempestuous sea at number 1, killing us as well, opening up a gap there, just over 30 points. And Killer Squad being killed softly at number 2. But I mean, nothing to be ashamed of. Annie D right up my... with Green Arrow Gang coming in with some green arrows, really good as well, very close as well. That top 4 is actually looking really, really close. Dallas Dominators not going anywhere as well. Stingers FC right behind him as well. They're having dropped as well with Dallas. And then I've got Menu Shu Sun not going anywhere, staying in the top 10. And Marcel finally getting that green arrow that he needed after consecutive red arrows. And then Bloodline FC keeping it in the top 10, keeping that Bloodline in the top 10. Team name updating, staying in the top 10 after a huge drop the previous week. And then I think we have a newcomer in the top 10. Welcome, Victor Moses Lawn. Absolutely great, guys. If you want to join the league, please join using the code in the description. Absolutely love it. I get to shout out your name only if you make it into the top 10. So yeah, that's absolutely great. So let's take a look at my team now. But before we do, guys, I just want to say, if you're really loving the content, please hit that like button, and of course, to do subscribe if you are loving it. It would truly, truly mean a lot to me. Thank you so much to everybody else who has subscribed. Really, really appreciate that. So let's not keep you any longer. Let's bring up those fixtures and the bus team as well. Sorry, my laptop's a bit jittery, busy, and stuff like that. So it happens. I need to do something about it, but this is what it is. I got Raya in goal against Crystal Palace, Gabriel as well against Crystal Palace at the back three with Robinson and Virgil van Dijk. And then I've got Cole Palmer in the midfield with Mo Salah, Saka, and Ahmad. And then I've got Cunha and Nicholas Jackson and João Pedro in the front line with Fabianski and Rogers, Gomez, and Collins on the bench. So I made one transfer, and that was Robinson in and Aït-Nouri out. I wasn't going to make a transfer. I just wanted to build my transfers. I felt like I had a lot of moves I want to make come around game week 2019. There's a lot of people's fixtures who do turn, and I just want to make sure I have transfers I can bring in for those assets, specifically as well in the defense. So Robinson was predicted to go up on Friday night, but I don't think he did. So I think he's definitely going to go up tonight after the deadline. But I'm very happy still to bring him in. I think just for the future, his runs are also really good. I think all week we've been going on about him, and I just feel like, yes, Castagna is a good option. My thing is, I don't want to be uncertain about who's going to play, who's not going to play. I know that Kenny Tete is out for a while, for weeks, but at FPL, bro, like, just don't be surprised with surprises. Like, Castagna will probably play this game, and then the next game is not playing over the 3-day period with the Christmas period. Like, I don't want any uncertainty in that Christmas period side. So I'm hoping that all the plays that I have are nailed, and there's not going to be any surprises. And if they are, that I'm covered. And so I felt like Robinson is the best cover for that as well. So that's the transfer I made. I put him in, of course, ahead of Gomez because Liverpool's playing Tottenham. And I'm very much aware of their drawing streak right now. It was against two very tough fixtures, Newcastle and Fulham, in all honesty. Something that I'm not surprised at, because I know the teams have it in them. And Rose Joseph was saying that Liverpool are fragile with Konate out. So they're just fragile. I wouldn't say they're a weaker team. They're just fragile. So a goal here, a goal there sneaked in is not surprising at this point. So I just thought, let me not double up on the Liverpool defense this time. I can keep Arsenal's defense still happy, and then I can have Virgil hoping that he can get a attacking return with a header, assist from Robinson, Gabriel with a header as well. And then in the midfield, now time to talk about captaincy. Cole Palmer and Salah are the main two captaincies. Now, I think the reason why we're not considering Saka is because the fact of Arsenal not necessarily having the best of time when it comes to scoring open goals in the league. And that, of course, affects Saka, So I don't think Crystal Palace is going to be an easy game. I think we saw that even in the Carabao Cup. As much as the score, reflected something else, we definitely did still struggle for a while. We had opportunities, which is a great thing. We really have those opportunities, but we weren't putting them away in that Carabao Cup and in the previous game as well with Everton, who have a very strong defense, to be honest. I think Arsenal will definitely score here. Without a doubt, definitely score will be like 2 goals at least. But I also think, just like we believe City will turn, I think Arsenal's switch will also turn when it comes to scoring those goals, because we know they've done it before. The the moment they came back from their 2 week break in Dubai in January, they just started scoring like 4 goals on average, and that's when you really want Saka. Um, so I am considering of taking him out in future, but not even considering him as a captain. Now, when it comes to Cole Palmer and Salah, I am actually gonna put the badge on Salah. I think the captaincy. I think Salah is a better captaincy because of Tottenham's situation in the back with the defenders very much being out. I think Porro will play, but the two central defenders and the goalkeeper not being there is a weakness. Of course, of them also playing a high line. We know that Liverpool can definitely expose that. I think the only fear I really have when it comes to Cole Palmer, and this is me on the captaincy of Cole Palmer versus Salah, is the fact that Everton is just good. You know, it's Chelsea playing Everton away as well at their home ground, so I expect Everton to be good at their home ground. Now, Chelsea did whoop Everton's ass last season. I can't remember whether it was at Stamford Bridge or if it was at Everton. But either way, I think with Braithwaite being back, he's been outstanding in the defense. You could definitely see the difference. So defensively, you can't take them lightly. So I'd rather go with somebody who I know is playing a defense who's a lot weaker, or conceding a lot more chances and maybe even bigger chances as well. So that's where I'm at with the captaincy. And then in the front line, the conundrum on Cunha. So yeah, fine. I have him in the starting lineup. I think what we have to do with Cunha is leave him in. Don't don't transfer him out. I think he's a great player playing against Leicester, a team that's conceding a lot of chances right now. Since Ruud took over, so they're wide open, and Cunha can definitely grab definitely a return. There'd be an assist and maybe even a goal. Um, and that's my thoughts. Don't transfer him out now. I think have a replacement for him. One is definitely going to play. You can't expect like somebody off the bench like a Greaves or somebody who's you don't think is going to play as well to be a replacement for him. If you don't necessarily have a concrete replacement for him, like a Rogers, who I believe is definitely going to play, um, and even let's say for some reason Rogers doesn't play, I don't know, Gomez will definitely play. So I'm covered. So I just feel like have an actual replacement. If you don't, then I think you can make a transfer out, because this is the one and only game that we wouldn't we need him for, and then after that his fixtures turn. Um, but I would still leave him in. I think Leicester, I'd rather take that chance of him playing against Leicester than him not actually making it. So yeah, I think that he's definitely going to play. Leave him in. Nicholas Jackson, nothing to say really. I think it's really again just that Jackson versus Isak, and the Jackson owners are hoping. I mean, yeah, Jackson owners are hoping Isak doesn't do it and that Jackson does it. But it's a good thing they both returned last game week. Ciao Pedro. I think I was watching. Was it Scouts? Yeah, no, it wasn't Scouts. It was I can't remember who it was. But they were saying a not Brighton fan was saying that, like, this is how we know Brighton. They won't perform when it comes to good fixtures, but they'll definitely disappoint when it comes. They'll definitely surprise you when it comes to the bad fixtures. So it wasn't surprising them that they weren't necessarily performing when it comes to this good fixture run, and that's honestly just made me think twice about Jean Pedro. But he's got good fixtures, and I'm not gonna take him out. Like, it's that plain and simple, to be honest. So yeah, um, that's it for me when it comes to my team selection. Guys know what to do. Please hit that like button. Really, really would appreciate it if you guys also subscribe and you're loving the actual content. If you guys need some more content on transfers, who to make between game week 17 and 20, then you can check out that video over there. Really appreciate you guys, and I'll check you guys. Good luck for the game week. Peace.